Gracilaria coronopifolia. Ogo. Wire to sway, move, and shake describes the nature of Limu Manauea on the ocean floor.
Gracilaria coronopifolia is by far one of the most desired edible limu, and it's for good reason. It's jam-packed with nutrients. It adds a very nice flavor or even texture to the foods or dishes that someone might prepare, and it's also desired by the creatures of the reef, including our beloved Honu. And so it's fascinating because the richness and the appreciation for this algae, it goes back. We see this history of families, local families, were incorporating the Limu Manauea in their family dishes, and then at one point we see this transition where it moves from a local dish and it moves into the marketplace, and at this point it's becoming more common, more prevalent, and more in demand. Unfortunately, because of that demand, we see the over-harvesting of this precious commodity, this precious resource, and so the depletion of this resource began to happen around after the marketplace started to open up, and when it was no longer just a local dish. And so we see that not only that, but there's also pollution and behaviors and things that are affecting the environments for the Limu Manauea. And so then we see this kind of attempt of our society of where this precious commodity is local to. It's endemic to the Hawaiian Islands, and so we see this as an attempt to protect it, and so in 1988 we have this law that is prohibiting the harvesting of the algae, the Limu Manauea, when it has these spots on it, or the cytocarps, which denotes the fertility of it, or the reproductive state of the algae.
Gracilaria coronopifolia is a staple food for reef creatures, such as Honu. People also eat it, as well as shellfish and other omnivores and herbivores. As an agarophyte, Gracilaria is notably important economically. The agar can be harvested commercially for use in biological experiments and culturing. Unfortunately, it has been very difficult to conclude scientific experiments in the field concerning a number of things when it is in relation to the Gracilaria coronopifolia, such as growth rates and seasonal occurrences. This has been because as soon as the Limu Manauea is planted out, someone finds this great treasure and the resource is once again wiped out. Gracilaria coronopifolia, often called ogo, is many times interchanged commercially in the marketplace and in food dishes with Gracilaria brevispera, which is a different species of algae in the same genus. Gracilaria brevispera is longer and its branches are a little flattened. Limu Manauea is a small red seaweed with stiff, cylindrical, succulent stem and branches.
So what kind of habitat does Gracilaria coronopifolia like? Where can we find it? That's a good question. Let's go find out.
Gracilaria coronopifolia is endemic to Hawai'i. and can be found in reef flats and eroded limestone from mid-intertidal tide pools to shallow subtidal up to 4 meters or 12 feet deep. In the Kino Lau, the Limu Manauea and the Kalo Manauea are connected. The Kalo protected the Limu in the first va of the Kumulipo.
Ha ha ha.